I met Nate on Tinder. She just got back out there. It's been 3 months since her last relationship ended. I guess it was a pretty bad breakup. But having said that, after 3 months, she feels like she's ready to get back out there. Paula readily admits that she does not like being single. Most of her friends are in relationships or they're married, and she's ready to get going. So it was frustrating when this guy she goes out with seems like the perfect catch, blows her off.
Yeah.
So since it's our job to find answers, let's call him up.
This is Nate.
Hi, Nate. Jeff, Jen, Fritch, and Tim at Q102. How are you?
Morning.
Morning.
Jeff and Jen. Okay.
You sound like you're up and at 'em and life is good.
Yeah, I'm just on my way to the gym. What's going on?
You dating anyone seriously right now?
No. No one, seriously.
No one seriously. Would you like to date someone seriously?
That's a great question. Maybe, depending on who it is.
Well, we spoke with someone this morning who sounds very nice. Her name is Paula. I think you recently went out with her, had a dinner with her.
Yeah, that's true. I did.
She sounds very nice.
Very nice.
I don't know what your thoughts are, but she was under the impression that maybe you two would get together again just based on how well she thought your dinner date went. And we wanted to get some feedback from you and see what your thoughts were. If you don't mind talking about it.
No. I don't. Wow. Yeah.
How would you describe her?
I would say that, first of all, she made me nervous.
How does she do that? How does she make you nervous?
Nervous?
Yeah. So she told me about her ex, which, that's fine on a first date, but it was kind of like verging on some trauma dumping, which is my favorite for a first date. I want to have fun and get to know who someone is and not necessarily who their trauma is. And she told me that her ex was a cheater, and it sounds like it was a really bad relationship. And she was talking about how she missed all these signs, all these red flags and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of what took over the conversation, So I was trying to stay engaged with the conversation. So I was asking her what the signs were that she knew he was a cheater, and she wouldn't answer those questions. She would just say stuff like, well, with you, I'll be watching, and no man is ever going to get away with that again with me, and no stone will go unturned. And this kind of cryptic stuff. And, I'm not a cheater. I've never cheated. That's just it's truly not my style. But I kind of got the vibe that she's at this place where she's going to be going through phones and wallets and computers and looking for evidence.
She's going to be spending more time searching than actually building the relationship.
She's got trust issues.
Well, I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, I totally get her not telling you what she's going to be looking for, because then you can get a step ahead. Like if she says, well, when you're sleeping, I'll look through your cell phone. She's not going to tell you that that's what she's going to do, because then you'll make sure you don't have anything in your cell phone. She no dummy.
Yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair. I just I would hope to not be in a situation where someone feels they need to look through my cell phone.
Right.
I had this kind of like what you're talking about. I had this vision driving home from the date of her just standing over me while I slept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just feel maybe there are some trust issues there that she could stand to work on before getting into another relationship.
Because you're not that guy. You're not him.
No, I mean, I'm really not. And like, you know, I am hesitant to get into it with someone who right away I can tell that they have a little bit of a personal journey to go on before getting to a relationship, you know?
Right.
Like I've done that before. I've made that mistake. I learned my lesson. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Okay. Well, if you don't mind, we'd like to bring Paula into the conversation and give her a chance to respond. Paula, what are your thoughts on what Nate just said?
I mean, I was just joking around. It's like I wouldn't actually be doing all of that. You know, I'm just like, it was just kind of like I was letting off steam after being in a relationship. And I was just kind of joking because it was so traumatic for me. So I was just, you know, I think I was just kind of trying to be funny. And I think that he didn't understand that I was just, you know, making a joke.
I'm getting backpedaling vibes.
No, I was totally just joking. And so I guess maybe our sense of humor is different. But I'd love to see you again. It's just, you know, if you could just maybe chill and take a joke.
I mean, outside of that, what did you think of Paula? Or did you really not have a chance? Was that so distracting that you didn't really have a chance to get to know her in the way you would have liked?
Yeah, I didn't feel like I got to know Paula really at all. The whole conversation was kind of dominated by this one thing. And let me tell you, you know, if those were jokes, they did not feel funny. So sure, maybe we have a different sense of humor, but the jokes weren't landing. That's what I'll say.
Okay, well, I'm sorry.
I mean, do you feel like you're going to be on too high alert of trying to spot a cheater that you're not actually going to be able to relax into the relationship and like really get to know a person and just wait and judge him on his own merits, not anything to do with anyone from your past?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I've been in relationships before, and this is the first time I've ever been cheated on. So it's not something I'm used to. It was a shock and it was traumatic, but I mean, it's something that I absolutely can get over. It's only been 3 months. And so I think, you know, I just wish he would just give me a little bit of a break. I'd love to see him again.
What do you think, Nate?
I think maybe down the line, but I do feel like, you know, there's, like I was saying, kind of a personal journey for you to go through before I would be ready to try dating. So for now, it's a no. I'm sorry.
Let's give it 6 months, and then you shoot him a text, okay?
Okay.
I can agree.
I'll go on a personal journey, and then I'll send you a text.
Okay. That sounds good.
All right. Well, we appreciate you taking the call, Nate.
Yeah. Thanks for calling.
And appreciate you putting yourself out there, Paula.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to the app.
All right.
Well, good luck out there.
Keep us posted.
Thank you.
All right. You take it easy.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
And if you missed any part of that, you catch it on the podcast a little later after we upload it. Catch it on your way to work. Catch it when you finally get to work or on your way home from work or at some point this weekend. But it'll be up there. And you'll find the podcast online at WKRQ.com or on the app. Search WKRQ. Coming up.
Thanks for listening.